Hello there. Welcome to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is a game made in 2003 and it is an action RPG. This is one of my favorite games to play, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. To start, we have a character creator and we have three different classes we can choose from. We have the soldier, the scout, and the scoundrel. I'm going to go with the scout for reasons I'll explain later. And now we can quick customize our character or custom. Customization is probably the better choice unless you're just starting. We're going to go with the mullet. And now we are going to choose our attributes. Each attribute affects different aspects of the game, but the build we are going to be doing today is a constitution with dexterity. We're going to put these up to 12, put strength up to 12, intelligence, wisdom, charisma all up to 12. And that leaves us with 6 points. We could bump everything up to 13, or we can put dexterity up to 14, constitution at 13, and wisdom at 13. It's an odd way to do it, but this will benefit us later when we become a force user, and higher wisdom makes our abilities easier to affect our enemies. Oh, looks like I have 2 more points I forgot. So we're going to bump Constitution and Wisdom up to 14 with our Dexterity. Next we have our skills, and these each affect different parts of the game as well. Persuade allows us to do certain dialogue options. Repair allows us to fix certain things like droids that could help us on our journey. Security to break into locked containers. Treat injury to heal ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put as many as I can into Persuade, which is 2. Treat injury, which I'm only going to do 3. Security to 2. And computer use to 3. Or computer use to 4. And then we're going to put 1 more into treat injury. Next we have our feats. This is where the actual physical side of your character comes in to what they're able to use. We have dual wielding, we have different armors, we have different abilities we can use in combat. So right now we have a few selected ones, but for this playthrough we are going to use single one-handed weapons, which means that we're going to use a single-bladed weapon. And so that goes there. And now we can name our character, and we are going to name our character Torin Carr. This is one of my favorite names to use for RPGs. Alright, let's get into the actual gameplay, and I will be quiet.
been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Who are you?
I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic Fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You've explored the farthest reaches of the galaxy. You visited planets I've never even heard of. People with your skills and abilities are hard to find. It's no wonder the Republic recruited you for this mission. But now's the time to prove yourself. I know you're a scout and not a soldier. But Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Okay, let's go.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay. Let's grab our gear and get ready. So, to start, we have a few items. They're not the greatest, but they'll get us through the tutorial. So we're gonna equip. We're gonna go with our short sword instead of the blaster. Alright, we are gonna also put our implant in, and that is all we have to start. Alright. Stop the trash.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Alright, now Trask is a part of our party, allowing us to use his abilities, and he can assist us as well.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Alright, let's switch to him. Go up, open the door.
Now that the door is open...
Oops. Alright, we're now gonna move forward. Still doing
This is Corporal Nasty. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, let's go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we can talk to the droid. He doesn't say much. But we're then gonna go to our party members, and we can change the script he does. He can be a default attack, a grenadier, or a Jedi support. But because we're giving him, or because he's not a Force user, and we don't have any grenades, we're going to simply leave him on default attack. And then we are going to look, he has a blaster pistol. He doesn't really need it. We can take it and later sell it. But for now, I'm going to let him keep it and actually give him this one as well. Alright, switch back to us. And we'll be on our way. And we can lockpick this door.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
Alright, so this is our first instance of our combat. And it is real-time turn-based, to where we select actions and then our character will perform them. So we're going to start by doing a flurry attack. There we go. They were kind of pushovers. Alright, let's go over and loot him. We get some money, or credits. Alright. We'll go over here. And alright. And so we can also pause the game if we want to preset actions. And so they're fairly easy, we don't need to, so we'll just do a couple basic attacks. enemies also can switch to melee weapons if you were using a melee. So just because they were using a blaster before doesn't mean that they won't be able to switch. Some enemies don't, but most do. Alright, we are going to switch to the better armor, and this gives us a defense bonus as well as +5 to our dexterity. If you remember, when we created our character, we put points into dexterity, and now we can go over, and our dexterity, which was 14, is now +2, meaning we have 16 dexterity as well as 17 constitution, and where we get the constitution is from this cardio package, which gives us a +1, and then we also get more from the using the single-handed weapon. And so this one has a chance to do between 1 to 6 damage on a hit. But we're going to switch to the longsword, which has a chance to do 1 to 12. And if you notice, we have a +2 at the bottom to where we do 2 to 13 instead. But if we were to equip another one, we get a negative because we have points in single weapons instead of dual wielding or double bladed. Alright, let's continue moving. Go over and loot this box. We get a med pack and some more credits. Med packs allow us to heal. So like for instance, trash is damaged. I'm going to save this med pack, well, one of these med packs.
Sure.
He'll be fine. We also have adrenalines, but we don't need those right now. Alright, let's do this. First we're gonna loot. We get one more med packs and a repair kit. We can't use repair kits, but when we get a droid companion, they will be able to. We're gonna throw this grenade over there, take care of one of them. And there we go. Alright. Loot and then move forward. Alright. We are going to heal now because our health was fairly low. Oops. Alright, let's move.
It's a dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way. That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, they could have used her help.
Well, it's unfortunate. They would have made this a lot easier had they survived. Alright, let's see if we can get the lightsaber. We can't, but we do get a vibration cell. We can use this to later upgrade certain melee weapons that we can find later. Alright.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Bastila is not on the bridge. Let's quickly get ready to move on. So first, we can level up. Which will allow us to increase certain aspects. It will increase our vitality or our health, but this one will allow us to do skills and feats. So again, we're going to put it into computer use and heal injury, but we're not going to put any into these quite yet. So we can save that point and go into the next one. We're going to go down and we're going to get another +1 with our melee weapon. That will help us in our duels. Alright. Let's move forward. Get some more credits. Alright. So we're going to go to trash. And we are going to take his blasters now. We'll give him a short sword.
Yes?
A short sword. A short sword.
Something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go! We're unable to go help him. We might as well take advantage of his distraction and leave.
This is Cartho Nasion, your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Alright, we are on our own. Let's go through these chrome domes and we will be on our way. I'm gonna throw a grenade at that one. I'll do another flurry.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Alright, so this is where our choice of security, or not security, computer skills or repair comes into play. Since we chose computer, we're going to go over to the security panel and use that instead of fixing that combat droid. Alright, so let's go over to the security panel. We are going to view transit pod, and we can see that there are 5 of them over there. And so now we are going to overload this power conduit. It takes 4 spikes, and we have 5, so we have enough to do it. That was shocking. Alright, let's loot them. Remember earlier when I talked about weapons we can upgrade? We now have a prototype vibroblade. We can do 3 to 12 with it, and once we find a workbench, we will be able to increase
You've made
that.
it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
How do I know I can trust you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left on the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Alright. So we've met up with Carth, and now let's enter the escape pod.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Carth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Right. I'm Torin Carr, by the way. How did we get here?
We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things, but try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
I guess I owe you my life. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Bastila. She's the one from the Endar Spire, right?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself.
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
If Bastila's so great, how come the Sith managed to blow up the Endar Spire?
Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. And often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Any idea where we should start looking for Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
Well, the sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we'll find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
All right. Oh, hey. Let's loot this. And, oh, we got a workbench. Let's go ahead and upgrade our prototype vibro blade. Let's go upgrade it. And this gives us a bonus to our physical damage. It will help. Let's see. And then there's 2 more we can do, but we do not have them. We need to find a bonding alloy and an energy projector. These will also allow us to increase our attack and damage. Alright. We don't have a lightsaber yet, or a ranged blaster and armor that are able to be upgraded at the moment. Alright, let's go explore a little bit. Alright. Let's choose Carth, and we will go on our way.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouth aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Alright. He knew we were Republic fugitives. Let's go ahead and take out his droids. Alright.
Wango kumbes gang, ba mamarulira, kuyabi juskuna chiktanai. Yina kun ba marulira rachikun, slimo padona. Rundi hadonga chihonkabi.
I'm just glad I could help.
Jawana bota ayuata honga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bunkwalia gando do naga chutchut. Muksha papangpa, bola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo, poda wanga kumbes mulira rabes. Uba batu konchi. Tom Nongbong Shang Yung Yang, Tom Patok Smakdelia.
Alright, well, we saved him, so let's go ahead and loot this body. We get a blaster rifle, some more grenades, and more stems. Alright, we can level up once more. While we're on Taris, we're only going to go to about level 5. Level 20 is the maximum, and so we want to save some of our level ups for after we get the ability to use the Force. So level 5 is about the max we're going to go on Taris. Let's put more into Persuade, Security, Treat, and that's all we have. Alright, now feats, we can't put any into here, but we can get an extra vitality point every level up, or we can get heavier armor, and we can also get ones like this, where this will boost our security, repair, computer use, or we can get one that will give us a bonus to saving throws. This helps us in combat to avoid certain effects. We're gonna get the conditioning feat. Alright. Let's continue exploring. Let's see if we can steal some stuff. Oh. I didn't know this one was occupied.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
I'm sorry. I'm just investigating the area.
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Who's Holden?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. but all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
You can trust me. Maybe I can help in some way?
No, I don't think so. I can't afford to trust anybody right now. Please, just leave me alone.
I want to
I
ask you
can't
some
help you there.
questions.
Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
Who's Holden?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't...
We're just going into a loop because I'm going to try to do that persuade option one more time.
I don't want to talk... Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
I'll speak to him for you.
You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
Alright, so that is a side quest we have. We can go ahead and open up our journal. It gives us a summary of the conversation we just had. And so we can do this quest two ways. We can collect the bounty on her head, which will give us roughly 500 credits. Or we can go and do a peaceful way in which we just go and talk to Holden. And we can get a better item doing it that way. We're gonna do a light side quest for this playthrough, and then do another dark side quest where we do all the other options. Pleased to meet you, Larim. My name is Torin Carr.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tonking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
I know all about energy shields.
Chikun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Tong abog sha umninang. Wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Shoni yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapabol pa mulje gumana.
Let's just see what you're selling.
Achuta. Wonga kunbis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas makdelia.
Alright, let's look at what he has for sale. He has some armor, some more computer spikes and stuff. We can get this armor for free later, but we may purchase it just because it will benefit us. It's roughly 300 credits. We could get a Vibros blade, but our prototype one will allow us to build a better than the Vibro blades and the Vibro sword. Already we do more than the Vibro sword with our prototype. And just some more random stuff like energy shields. I never have purchased energy shields because you get a ton of them for free. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our sell list. We're going to sell the long swords. They're only worth a credit, a singular credit, but they just will clog up our inventories. We're also going to sell the Vibro blades, the short swords, and the blaster pistols, as well as we're going to keep this ion blaster. They're best for against droids. You get a plus 1 to 10 versus droids. But we are going to sell this blaster rifle. We are now at 375. We're going to keep our grenades, and we're going to keep some of these stems. We're going to keep the dexterity stem, the strength stem, but we are going to go ahead and sell the constitution stem. Alright. So let's head out. Oh, this is another apartment. We're not going to explore these apartments anymore. We're going to go ahead and go outside. And welcome to Terrace. Terrace is similar to Coruscant, but Coruscant does exist. This is just a couple hundred years before before Kenobi, Skywalker, before any of them were even born. So this is the clinic. We're gonna go see if we can get some supplies.
Got it. What are you doing? Don't go in there. That door is for employees only.
I recognize these men. They're Republic soldiers.
You recognize these soldiers? But how? Unless you're a friend of the Republic.
I'm a friend of the Republic. You can trust me.
I guess I'd better tell you what's going on. I only hope the Sith don't find out what I've done. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here, they're hidden away from the Sith.
Well, for that you have my thanks. It's good to know that at least some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm afraid there's nothing more anyone can do for these soldiers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to the front in case anyone comes in needing medical attention.
Alright, we got some light side alignment points for that. If we go to our character overview screen, we can see a bar with dark at the bottom and light at the top. This will affect our later force abilities, but we'll get more into that when it's time. So I'm going to end this episode here, and then in the next episode we will explore Terrace some more. Hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck with your day. See you later. Bye.